I'm pretty sure it's exactly 7 damage. Hey, welcome everybody. We're gonna kick it back off. We're back on the B team, Dungeon Master, for our Descent to Avernus campaign. We got everybody on. We got at the table. We got Lawrence playing Dragonoff. We got Krista playing Apione, and then we got JD playing Mirren. What? T, timeout?
You're the A team. Yeah, I'm the backup DM. We'll stop that conversation there.
Connor, the curveballing elf, played by Pete. Just talking. Then underneath me, we'll do like Hollywood Squares. Gary playing Kygon Rain, the barbarian, and then we got Skylar playing Manu, who played Final Fantasy yesterday.
Yeah, thanks for everybody for showing up.
Kara playing Valanthe, the diva elf, and then we got Kluthkin down there. We got Pluth played by Sam, and then we got Henry. He's driving to Houston, and he's our cleric that I'm gonna kill real quick so that we can make this game fair. That's okay. He's driving. He's busy. Everything's good, and that's Chippy, our Springer Spaniel, to be wrestling everybody. Quick to jump things off. You'll see some of the map that we got out here. I want to give a shout out to Dungeon Chunks. They take like really cool foam, they print stuff up real quick, they slap it in a box and send it to you. So Dungeon Chunks, when they get to, if they don't die first and they get to Bell's Forge, we'll show that. I might have hastily built this, but there's some things in the way. My bad. Make it. Whoopsie daisy. But since I put the time and effort in, there's the map that you guys might not ever see. And then RFI prints, they've been helping us out a lot. We're almost done. Krista was painting the Viking walls yesterday. Dwarven Forge, I don't know if you really need a shout out because you're billionaires, but yay Bezos. And then yesterday, I just want to say we're really proud. We had a really cool fanboy experience, at least I did. I popped into Skylar's chat, and Jason Charles Miller was talking to him in the chat. To me, and Krista and I watched the 7-part episode of Jason Charles Miller on YouTube explaining how to play D&D, and it was fantastic. He's a brilliant artist, a brilliant singer, guitarist, writer, and like I said, I'm a fanboy, and he was in there yesterday. So sorry I missed you yesterday because I got in like real fast. I was like, Jason Charles Miller, look at me. You guys are all gone. But Skylar, do you have anything?
Yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to the venerable Viking. Went to the Mount Dora Scottish Festival yesterday and met Kelly over there. They make some great pyrographics with on wood. If you look in my background, you can see a Cthulhu-based wood etching that he did by hand. So I want to give a shout out to him. You can catch him at Etsy at Venerable Viking. I could put all the information in the description below. Also, we have some new emotes and badges. So I want to give a shout out to King Arsel and Red Leaf Studio off of Fiverr for helping out with that. And then PA Kenny is also a Fiverr vendor. He does Twitch overlays. Weren't able to work with him, but he gave us a follow the other day, so I want to definitely give him a shout out and say thank you. Also, thank you to Lincoln05 for giving us the follow just there shortly, and that's all I've got for now.
Yeah, the bottom line is we want to support as much like small business as we can through this stuff. That's why we're giving all these shout outs to Etsy, these Twitch viewers and whatnot, because it's bringing this really fun community together.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. We're sitting at 279 out of 300 followers on our
since April,
our goal,
and not even a year. We're crushing it.
Yeah,
crushing it.
Yeah,
crushing it.
Just this year, we.
If anybody's got any friends, just bribe them and get them to follow.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Make 2 or 3 accounts. Use your iPhone. That's an account. Make your.
So what I'm hearing is I should go retweet this on like my actual named account and get like 10,000 more people.
There we go.
Why not?
If it wasn't really hackneyed, I'd put it on my Napoleonic site. But I'm pretty sure that would make some.
Hey,
it's always angry.
That's a valid point, actually. I have got we could put it on some of the old gaming sites that we've done.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, Pete and I met in Mirren as well. We met out in Neverwinter PS4 land back when that was super addictive. Well, okay, let's play Dungeons and Dragons. So let's see. Last week we finished with bribing Tiamat to help take over Avernus by party the elves, and then Hellrider's Crypt with the barbarians. They cleared Hellrider's Crypt. They talked to Elanthius. Elanthius was like, "Hey, I know where the Bleeding Citadel is. If you go and make a huge distraction for Zariel, then I'll tell you where the Bleeding Citadel is, and we'll go launch." So the barbarians, they found it. Team the elf, they did some things last week. We'll go into that. It's gonna be a little bit darker. So Dragonoff, down at the end of the table, murdered a lawful good baby elephant in cold blood. Mind you. Yeah. It's all cold blood. Yeah. Was she?
I'm pretty sure it is warm blood. It was warm blood because he was still alive when he died.
Yeah. So he received the first inspiration in the Descent to Avernus campaign, because if you do something wicked, you get inspiration in it. So I don't know what, maybe Dungeons and Dragons is trying to promote that sort of stuff. But so what happened, Henry? Are you in there somewhere? Are you in the ethereal plane listening in? So this is what happens. They currently drug by the face. They're trying to drag, and it's like an ugly drag, this baby elephant, all the way back into their infernal war machine. Lantoris is just shocked. He's appalled. He's looking back. I think Valanthe, you did. No, were you there as well that session? Yeah. So you were in the infernal.
No, I was out that session.
You see
I was
this
knocked out in the back. Who knows?
Deceased elephant they're dragging into the back of the infernal war machine, and what happened then in that very spot, you guys gave up a weapon for the Empyrean to he slit some blood out, and you collected it. You put it in some helmets. No, I don't know. You collected in whatever large jars you had for Empyrean blood. And then you took off towards the Demon Zapper to resolve things with Raal Zala the Dao, so that she can get you, remember, an introduction to Bel. So you guys are screaming off. You're in. You blast through the quick little you found a forge to get across the river Styx, and your beaten feet in the infernal war machine, or your burning rubber, whatever the infernal war machine does, to the Demon Zapper. Mama, you move Kai out you just dismiss him. It begins. Dog war begins. It'll start out as a slow growl until it becomes full gladiator mode. So you guys are in the back of the infernal war machine. We'll start out there with the chains all dangling. It's kind of dark in there. There's a lot of oil dripping, the sulfur from the outside, the stench of the souls being consumed by the soul coins. As you guys move towards the Demon Zapper. Let's see. We'll just go from right to left. Connor, you've mounted up. You're in this thing. Lulu's lifeless body's in there. Anything you want to prep for before going to the Demon Zapper?
No, I want to keep an eye on the Paladin to see how far he's fallen.
The Paladin. Oh, Dragonoff.
Dragonoff, sorry.
Your samurai fighter.
Yeah,
I'm keeping very far. I think this was just normal, Don't be confused with the white armor.
What did I miss? As the cleric?
Yeah, so Henry.
I feel.
Yeah.
What exactly happened with Lulu that Kaigon smashed her?
That wasn't Kaigon, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, was it during Willie?
We needed to sacrifice a good being in order to get the support we needed for what we were doing.
And we chose the elephant.
Well,
It didn't really
didn't choose the elephant.
Yeah.
I meant Epione may have mentioned it.
Epione also did it.
All you got to notice is
His
notice
sword is dripping with
Elephant.
just precious elephant blood. It's sparkly and sweet. You know, it's got candy flavor.
Smiling. And
Just so we're clear, I have a problem. Sis. Can I res the elephant?
You certainly can.
Not right. We have to get back to our vehicle once we get on our way.
You're in the vehicle.
Okay.
You're driving away. Yeah, I gave you that. So you just a moment ago, you just went and like there was a high river crossing or a low river crossing that I can't think of right now. Is low, and you cross that. There's the sticks just high enough where it doesn't damage your vehicle too much, and you guys are moving at a high rate of speed. The map, you know roughly where the demon zapper is because you've been there based on terrain features. Lantaurus has got it. Our super NPC. So Henry, what do you think about
my
that?
question-
It goes through your mind. Yeah, these naughty friends of yours.
I am appalled.
Flabbergasted.
I am at a severe loss of words.
I'm sad. Not that.
Henry will be. Yeah. There'll be serious chastising, and as they bring the corpse of the beautiful, wondrous element back, I'm going to attempt to res it. How long has it been since the elephant was waylaid?
Brutally murdered.
Or then some stairs.
Yeah. Are we talking minutes, hours, days?
What?
Because I realize I've been out of it for a couple weeks. Sorry I had to die.
Yeah, you're good. Yes, in classic D&D and Beyond fashion, every one of my tabs that I had open for your character sheets just went. So 10 we'll say it took you guys about an hour to drag him back to the ship or to the Infernal War Machine. Yeah.
I should be able to stabilize and just heal at that point, if that makes sense.
No, she's dead. Like 3
So I
death
get the
saves.
burn
dead.
resurrect.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, burn it.
A lot of stairs.
Stump.
She fell down a lot of stairs. Every inch of that samurai sword. Yeah.
Well, let me help you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, burn resurrection.
Okay.
We can't do this. What the hell is wrong with you guys?
Right? Like when I met you guys in that like Springs Bar bathhouse, like this wasn't who I thought these guys were. Shit.
I'm extremely appalled
Maybe
at
we
this
just
moment.
need some of that holy water. Maybe the
Yeah,
elements are getting to us.
They seem pretty cynical. They're not coming off. They're not coming off genuine at all. Just in case you're wondering.
I'll turn to Henry and go, look, it wasn't me this time.
yeah.
Shocker, I know.
You get a pass. These two, you got some work to do. Yeah, so
I go in the corner and look smug.
Smug. That's very British of you.
Isn't that your normal
That's
look?
why I did it.
So do an insight check, Henry, on Connor, real quick.
Okay, 1 second.
Oh, don't die though. Are you?
I'm not gonna
you're
die.
driving. Yeah, don't.
Well, yeah. It's Texas Road, and I actually have a very nice little flat case that you're supposed to charge your phone on that works as a dice table.
Nice.
1 second.
I can help you with your insight. It's plus 13. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So with your passive insight, I'll say you know that Connor was watching it all go down.
But I
He gets
didn't
a
do it.
stern.
That's what I said. I didn't say I wasn't there. I said I didn't do it. I didn't lie.
Bystander. Yeah, and you read like chapter 7 of the Waterdeep Bible that you were writing, and like bystander chapter is right there. It counts. Same.
Accessory to murder.
Very,
Yeah. By stood so hard.
very
Implicit.
With a smile on his face.
Okay, so you're gonna do a resurrection while you're
and
sitting
maybe a
there?
little bit of trouble. Yes. Absolutely.
All right, let me look up your spells here real fast.
Should be one of my level 8s. That's, if I gotta go that hard,
Love
I
it.
can.
I'll make it worth your while if you're gonna go that big.
Yeah, I can't kill the damn elephant.
You got. It's a 7? Yeah.
7 or 8.
Resurrection. Yep. Cast. Goodbye, level 7 healing slot. All right, you touch the dead creature that has been dead for a diamond. You got that 1,000 gold piece diamond?
See, it's in the shit.
All
I'll
right,
pull one off of.
I'll charge you later. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can pull it off the hat.
Yeah.
Your helm. So you pull it off the helm. You set it down. You lay out. You've got your special incense. Oh, the thing. I always forget what it's called.
Sensor.
Sensor. Yeah, you hook your sensor to the top of the small working space that you have inside the Infernal War Machine. It's just like there's a little bit of incense, and then the poop of the Avernus. Then the incense go by, but it's doing its thing. You sit there, you rub your hands together, and you start speaking to Tears, your god, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you're harnessing the power of justice, as you skeptically you check mark your eyebrow, you're looking at the swordsman, and you get the sense that the diamond needs to to be used, but in some sort of way justice needs to be dealt, I suppose. And you get the sense that if you're going to get this resurrection for Lulu, some sort of not necessarily punishment, but you're going to need to extract something from Epione and the swordsman and Connor in order to help you with this kind of ritual that you're going to do. So it takes an hour as you guys are driving. So,
I
Connor,
volunteer to slap the shit out of both of them.
Connor, Epione, and the swordsman will need to help with the ritual. Valanthe, you can, if what do you want to do during the ritual before I get started with them?
I want to be assisting Henry. If I'm holding the sensor, I'm batting at it to keep it swaying. Basically, if he tells me, "Hey, I need you to go do this," I'm like his little helper monkey, whatever. Trunk monkey engage.
Okay, so do you want Henry? You're doing this. You feel
Altar
that you're.
boy. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm like his little altar boy.
Okay.
Nice.
So you guys can either work it out yourself, or swordsman, it comes to your offering to this. It doesn't have to be offering doesn't necessarily have to be material, but it has to be some sort of, if you want what level of magic you can get from Tyr, from hell, something needs to be done that's a commitment to justice.
We'll commit Sudoku.
So now 2 resurrections have to be. Wait, you're gonna do Sudoku? You have to do a math?
That's a very samurai thing to do, Sudoku.
Yeah. Well, spilling
one through
any of my blood, like if I cut my hand, spilling any of my blood, is that Is that going to help, or is that just weird?
Try it.
You,
Roll for it.
you killed the elephant, you jerk.
Yeah, but you could. Well, roll for it. I got an idea for a fail or a pass. Yeah. Let's see. Do a religion check on that roll. Like a religion. I guess you can't do a save, but we're gonna do a check on this one.
It's going to be a 12.
Okay. The offering is basically refused, but Henry, you see him offering his blood, and as you potentially could suture the wound, you can use some of that blood to give back to Lulu from the blood that she's lost. If you decide to cure wounds him of his, we'll say, 4 HP that he just lost, opening himself up.
Yes,
Yes? You're going to cast some
Yes.
mini cure wounds on him?
I will.
Okay. So you sacrifice a little bit of your bloods. I'll do a low level cure wounds.
Yeah, don't forget everything cast 1 level higher.
Okay. I'll try first level because cure wounds is first, is not. There you go. I won't waste that one. No. I won't even have to do. You can go 4 low and lose 4 hit points,
Okay.
and he'll just basically suture it.
Okay.
And you can take that HP back whenever you want. If you want to sacrifice kind of like that 4 HP. So at Bione, you see him open himself up, give some blood, to the process. There's like a groove on the floor or whatever through the censure, and it kind of just like it streams towards Lulu, and then it lifts from the ground, and through the magic of the resurrection spell, it turns into some wispy, radiant wispiness. Goes up inside Lulu, and Lulu's still kind of unconscious. Epione, what kind of offering would you like to give during this? And you guys, like, as you're going, you guys hit like a bump as you guys are driving on the road. You guys, because you're in the vehicle, it's a little bit bumpy, and you're trying to do IVs in the back of a Humvee, like, whoa.
Can I like
easy? Yeah.
Can I give the look of you better go harder than that?
And do a
Henry gave you the look of you guys better go harder in the paint than just offering blood. That's what he just said. Disappointed.
to the companion.
I'm gonna pray to the companion. Okay.
I'm gonna test the waters and get some healing light.
Okay. Do a big roll. Do your religion check on this this prayer to the companion.
No whammies.
It's nice and quiet in here. It's eerily quiet.
Oh, it's a resurrection spell.
Got any adding to
Was
the
it
religion?
quiet? Quiet, reverent, as we do this.
Yeah.
Amazed.
Okay, that makes it a 16.
Ooh. Okay. Epione, when she starts speaking to her patron, her eyes kind of flow back. You go into like a bit of a scry as you're sitting there. You see you see things around you that aren't with you right there. Like you see Slater, who you can call back and forth. Slater's there in like an imp form, looking at you and then like looking away, and you stream past. You move across the Avernus at a quick pace, just like the streaming of the desert kind of going by you until you reach, like you see Haramon's Hill zip by you, and then you see these massive chains. These chains go up into the sky, and they're attached to what looks like, remember when like Ultron ripped the city above, like the Bard Castle city, and there's this huge city above, like shackled to Elturel. As you go up into it, Avernus, Surprise, it's Eltrell. So Freudian. So as you climb up, you see the infrastructure of what looks like Eltrell. It's like split in half. There's meteors crashing into it, and you see this crackling black orb of lightning above it. And it's just like, you can't hear anything of it. And then you get this pulse from this gigantic black orb. You see this vault inside this crashed like spaceship somewhere in the Avernus, and there are these 9 adamantine rods. And you go back into you look at the companion again, and you see around the ring of this thing are 9 like holes along its equator. Did I use that word right? Yeah. I'm just throwing things out as I'm just ad-libbing this like that. So you see these 9. Yeah, so around the equator of the companion, this black sphere, there are 9 holes in it. You saw this vault inside of a spaceship looking thing. It's got like, it's like this black room with red glowing lights. And then there's this, captain's vault on the floor, a little square,
Chest.
Rubik's Cube. A safe. There. Dang it. Sitting there on the ground, locked, but you can see that these large adamantine rods are in there, and they've got some sort of runes written on them, and you fly back out of it. And a little bit of your spirit, as you're sitting there, your eyes flip back out of it, and you see like a small stream of your essence going towards Lulu, and you can give up 4 hit points if you'd like.
Gave her 5 healing light.
Oh, you already okay. Yep. But you lost 4 hit points to her. A little bit of for the justice. You see the scales pull, and you can offer 4 hit points if you'd like. Ooh, you see how that wasn't willing, Henry? You see how that wasn't? You see Lulu starts to come back, and then you hear and then falls back. She's like, she's like one of them debutantes pretending to be, sick. She's in bed like, I can't come back yet. Connor, you're really not into this doing your elf stuff. You're what's her name? Malachi?
Yep.
Yeah, so
Either way.
you're in the circle, but you get that all the good gods kind of work together. The diamond is placed there. You see a bit of a pulse of the souls or whatever being extracted from Dragonoff and Epione, and it's your time to pass up an offering, and it seems like it needs to be some sort of ring. I'm just kidding. Your hand just starts like pulling. Like,
Oh, that type of ring. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay. I will sit there, and I'm contemplating, and I actually reach out to Lulu and express regret in not taking action to prevent their death. I didn't act fast enough, and I need to make sure this doesn't happen again. It's unusual for me to be the moral compass of the group. It's not a role that I'm used to taking.
yeah.
However, that isn't an excuse. This happened. I was there.
Did we explain?
I will keep an eye on my party a little bit more closely for anything that would deviate from the norm, and this was definitely one of them. However, I do feel that we need to have a little bit more. I know we're here and we're making decisions based on the greater good, but sometimes that doesn't mean that we change who we are to make that happen.
That was deep. You can roll with advantage on our religion. That's what we're looking for, Connor. That's what we're looking for.
with advantage, which is very, very useful because one dice was a 3.
Yeah.
And the other one was 16, so it's plus 2 is 18.
So you try to like you close your eyes and you don't pray that often. And when you do, it's of a meditating sort, and you kind of see a grove that you go to back home. Trees around you with like golden, like tall grass, and the sun's kind of shining down. And you see Kristen Stewart walking across. No, this is not Twilight. So you see around the edges of this grove a white kind of streak. As you get into it, you look around and you see a unicorn kind of like running around, and then it darts down a path, and your body kind of pulls down the path, and it gets extraordinarily dark. You start feeling intense heat, and then you see like the blackened, sooty, oiled hands of Lord Silverstring, your father. You see kind of like the chin and his bone structure, and then it kind of fades away, but you see that he's in an infernal cage, and then above him you see this large throne with these massive talons just like clicking, and you can then it kind of slowly moves up a striated chest, abs situation, very guttery, and like you see this massive bicep and forearm with this tattoo of thorns and cages attached to the thorns. It looks a lot like your family crest, taken, but then imbued with like infernal hate. And then you come out of this, and a stream of like radiant energy kind of is attached to your heart, and you can offer up your 4 health points if you'd like as well. Henry, you feel as you're giving this, like it's like his part, like you feel like you like look over at him like, dude.
My hit points go.
All right, 4 HP's out for the 3 of you, and Lulu, comes back to life, and she's just like, it was Zariel who sent me back to Faerun. It was her. I don't know why. Maybe there's a little spark of goodness still remaining in her. As she looks at Epione, she gets up, she runs in a little like puppy circle, flaps her wings, and her skin goes from a grayish to golden again. And she looks at the rest of you, and she's like, oh, you didn't have to bring me back like that. Thank you so much. Thank you for all you've done. And she bursts out a field of energy that restores you guys up to 5 hit points. And everybody in the can who's losing hit points, she just does a mass heal that just naturally pops out. She's like, oh my god, I'm feeling so much better now. I feel like if you guys would have done something like this earlier on, I could have had a lot of my memory back. And she's just kind of feeling around. She's like, she looks at you, Henry. She's like, in her little she's like, I'm in Delta. I'm from Atlanta. And she heals you. She's like, roll tide or whatever, and she kind of rolls around. I don't know. I think I'm mixing colleges and sororities.
I turn to Lulu and say, does that mean you want to die again?
Oh, chill, bro.
If you do, just make sure you're not. Make sure you don't go stand next to Dragonov. Okay,
yeah.
Don't stand next to Dragonov.
Yeah, we get 1 hit point every time she does.
Yeah. She's like, so what happened? Did Tiamat agree? She looks at Henry. She's like, so what happened? Did Tiamat agree to take over Avernus? Is that what happened, guys?
It would seem as so, but I'll let the rest of the team fill you in on the details of my disappointment.
All right, so I want to explain to Henry and the Holy Font really why we did that.
Yeah.
So we had to kill a good creature. It was for the greater good, and it was also knowing that we could resurrect her.
I feel like that was hindsight. Dragging off.
My plan.
Okay. All right.
Is this taking a move down Hot Fuzz? It's the greater good.
She walks up and
Yeah.
her trunk kind of goes around your wrist
That's a
and
good
your
movie.
armor, and she's like, I understand. Me and Zariel and I went through a lot when we fought war. She's like, I used to be a giant mastodon. I was much more intimidating. Well, maybe someday when I get reunited with her, I can come back to my true form. But she's like, you guys are very brave. I understand. You guys have been around for a while, and maybe you don't know what capabilities that I have, but I'll be of a lot of use for you guys
That
now.
sounds like a threat to me. Like,
Oh.
I don't know my capabilities.
I don't know. I don't have it written down. Like, what I mean. Yeah. Yeah, Lulu's stats are in here somewhere, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm still displeased, but I have a new respect for Connor.
Oh.
What, for Connor? Standard?
do you hear this? Like, yo. Okay. Yeah.
I look at the other two and say, see, try harder.
Insanity.
Can we accomplish a task now? Let's go.
Yeah.
Zapper.
Yep. So you guys are moving along. It takes roughly a short rest to get there. If you guys need another short rest to gain anything back, Henry, I marked your spells. Thank you very much. You guys keep traveling along real quick. Let me see the map here. You guys move past the pit of that big pit that, if you look, Valanthe, as you look down into the pit, you notice that there was a lot of acid and like ichor in it before. It looks to have drained significantly, and it seems like it's drying up. You could pass that to the crew or not. You pass what I'd like to call a tributary, a creek to the River Styx. I don't know if you were there for that, but you cross a little bump, and you move past Hell Wasp's Nest. You notice that there's like a couple Hell Wasps like dead on the side of the as you travel, and then without another hour or so, you reach you can see in the distance, because I'll give you how you guys want to approach this, but you see in the distance the orb, once again a lightning looking orb. It's very, everything's the same. I know. So you see an iron steel like orb above 30-40 feet above the ground, kind of floating in between a couple monoliths, and you can tell from the crackling, it's not necessarily lightning, but it looks very Tesla-y, as you guys
Tesla coils.
yeah, very, very Tesla coily as you move closer. And Epiona, you're kind of looking at the map, right? You hear, like you've heard before, the map speaks out. The Purest of Souls lures fiends into a hellish trap. Zap, zap, zap. You've
And
heard this.
as we traveled, I would have told them about the drained lake of like venom and ichor, so they should be aware of that too.
And there you guys are. You guys are back at the you're about 100 meters out from the buzzing orb.
Okay. If any, how many people are in the vehicle?
Everybody is. But yeah.
If everyone took a short rest, everyone has 14 temporary hit points.
Oh, nice.
I will do once. Let's say D&D Beyond may have crashed on mine.
Again? Hang on, let me try to refresh this.
Keep this open.
Yeah, it's only down for like 15 minutes. Is it down? Nice.
Is it down for you guys as well?
Yes, of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, it's like 11:30 on every Sunday. Yeah.
What you need to remember on this one is then you can't damage us until D&D Beyond's back.
That's right. Yeah, so you guys return to the demon zapper. Apione, as she's meditating during her short rest, you guys feel very like uplifted by her presence, and that's kind of what the 14 temp hit points become. Oh, bummer. Yeah. So we'll just kind of press from there. Anybody, we'll start around Connor. So Valanthe, you arrive there. Is there anything you want to do as you see the zapper in front of you? I don't have your character. I've got Kluthkin, Henry's, and Dragonov's character up. If anybody, but the rest of them I don't have. Until it returns to us. To the D&D Beyond returns. I keep saying, like, I should do a paper. That's okay. Is everybody's down?
Uh-huh.
I've got mine up still.
Okay. But anyway.
Can't really click anything, but it's up.
Okay. Yep, so you guys are there, Valanthe. So there's not like necessarily going to be a roll, but it's the same thing that you've seen. So you see, you know, like I said, the orb that looks like it's kind of staticky. Yep, you guys are back to the demon zapper. Tight.
So many missions. Everything's load.
No, that's okay. Apione's still hanging out there.
Which one do we do? We have to get blood, Tiamat's blood. Which one are we doing now? We had to get Tiamat?
I thought we were taking Tiamat's. No, he's spilled Tiamat's blood. He's come back as himself. We've got his blood.
Okay.
We've done that bit already. He's then gone off. And now we were taking the blood that we've got of the Titan to somewhere.
Yeah. To free the lake.
The person who can tell us how to get somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
It was in like an iron orb or something, right?
Nice. Nice.
It's a deep pull.
You guys were like, we need to come back to the demon zapper. I can't remember why. But yeah.
So, and on the way back as well, I'm gonna sort of redo my vow to the group and just sort of say, look, I know I joined this group late, but this is my family now, and I will keep you on the true path. If that means sometimes getting in your way, so be it.
D&D Beyond's back up if anybody needs it. Okay. So you guys arrive, and you know, not to belabor it or anything like that, you needed you remember you guys went to Red Ruth. Hey, Red Ruth might be able to help me figure this out. Red Ruth says she needs to drink the blood of an Empyrean. That's what Ralzala needs, the Tao that lives in the ground below the demon zapper.
Okay.
So we need to go to Red Ruth.
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
There.
Yep, so the humming of the truck kind of sitting there, you know, and you guys are like, here.
Ruth needed the blood.
No, she needs to have the blood of the Tao. Was that?
I thought Red
what
Ruth
did I
needed
miss?
a bath.
Roll a perception check. We'll see.
Perception checks are great. I'm good at that.
Yeah.
A
As you guys are
34.
sitting there like, wait, it's been such a long day. I'm so smoked. Yeah.
34.
17.
19.
34, 17, 19. Yep, so you guys, when you first met the Tao, she sent you to Red Ruth to figure it out. Red Ruth said she will need the blood of an Empyrean. You guys go to the Empyrean. The Empyrean's like, I need the blood of Tiamat. This is where it gets confusing. You got the blood of Tiamat. He gave you the blood of the Empyrean. The Dow needs to do is drink that blood.
Let's go and find the Dow then. Let's go and talk to her.
We're gonna talk to Rosaline.
Okay.
Rosaline.
Yep. You guys want to get out of the vehicle and head over there?
Yeah, as we get out, I want to sort of scan around to see if there's anything that's waiting for us.
Okay.
Or, because obviously we're coming back to a location that we've been before. I just want to be out. In fact, I want to sneak out of the vehicle.
Yep.
In whichever nasty in-the-ground trick I can do. Just to sort of see if anyone is clocking us going back into to see the Dow.
Okay.
What do you want roll-wise?
Just roll a stealth, and then you can back it up with you already did that perception check, so I'll hold that.
Yep.
Just roll stealth. Take a look.
Stealth's 40.
Okay, so yeah, there's that hatch in the bottom of the infernal war machine. You pop out, you go straight into the ground using your ring.
Yep.
You get near it, and you kind of you walk away from the demon zapper to get a good look. You don't really see anything. You're scanning the zapper. You see which could be Ichor, and like around it, the Ichor appears to be a recent demon that walked up to this thing that got smoked by the demon zapper. You get a sense that this has got relative sanctuary because of what it does. You see the crack on the orb that Valanthe shot it with, right? Like, so you see that there is damage on the orb, but you don't see the Dow, but you get the presence that she's probably still there.
That's fine. What I was just trying to do, you see, is I'm trying to see if there's
nothing.
So obviously, I know that there's nothing just outside of the range of the zapper that is keeping an eye on us that we can see. Yeah. Okay, I'll go back to the group and sort of just intermingle back in.
Yeah.
Well, we're not demons, so we should be okay.
Yep. You guys have already been here. Yep. So yeah, Connor comes back in. You're hopping out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Epione comes out. Who's got the blood in their hand? Me?
You can carry it.
Do you have blood in your hand?
I had my blood on his hands.
He gave you like 2 gallons of blood. There was like buckets. There was like gross wooden buckets inside the infernal war machine with hair and peanut butter in it.
And you put it blood in a vial of milk.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take it into her.
Okay. She
just like hello.
Floats up out of the ground. She's like, "It's good to see you again, Epione. Correct?"
If I'm correct, if you were to drink this, I think this should release you.
What an amazing gift. She reaches out her hand.
Deal?
Well, please refresh my memory. What was the deal?
You're gonna help us.
She's like smiling funny. I'm stupid. Help you. Ah, yes. A letter of introduction to Bell. Ooh. Yes, I can get you that letter of introduction. Interestingly enough, I was supposed to work for him before I was betrayed.
Guess to him.
Why would I lie? No, I'm just kidding. You can roll an insight check if you'd like. See if she's on the up and up. Epione's out there by herself. Just FYI.
I'm with her.
Everybody's
I'm
just
with her.
like...
I'm with her.
Do. Yeah.
I am stood with her, because obviously, to be honest, to leave any of these people alone, they kill an elephant. So I've got to stay with them.
Sorry, I was muted. I'm just muted.
He seems pretty forthwith. She grabs it and just starts chugging it. And you feel like a shimmer just goes on the outside of her, and it breaks what looks like some sort of ethereal prison around the demon zapper. Just like it goes down. Like you see like the crackling of it. The orb still buzzing, and she's like, "Oh, thank you, my child." she like forms a basalt tablet in her hand and just starts like etching into infernal, on her hand for a moment, and then signs it and hands it to you, and it's got significant weight to it. But she's like, this will bring you to directly to his chambers within the forge. She's like, if you'd like, please, the map. I can help you find it.
Show the map.
I'm not gonna hand it to her. I'm gonna hold it up.
Do you have the map?
Thank goodness. That's it. I'm like, yes.
Where's my pointy stick? So you guys are here. You need to go to yeah.
Oh. Well, that doesn't seem like a very safe passage. Do you have any advice on how to get there?
She looks at your vehicle and she's like, yeah, there's not too many places you can cross the River Styx in that. But she looks around, and she points. You see where those towers are? She kind of looks around. Go ahead and make some sort of persuasion check to get to see if she can get you a good crossing. She points. There looks like to be some sort of weird docks there, and then she points like a couple miles up the road by Hauermann's Hill. If you go where those, it looks like a pointy thing that goes over top of the river. It looks like it almost crosses the river. Down, there. Near there, where you guys have already been before. If you follow the way you came back, go back to the Hell Wasp Nest. There is another crossing, and you can get straight to. She's like, from there, you can't miss that great volcano. She's like, just do not get in the river. She reminds you again.
Shit.
There are places where you can do a river crossing and use a boatman to get you across, but you'd be dealing with more fiends. If you want the sure way across, she points to a couple spots where there are people that can take you as a barge, but that's more dealing with more devils. But if you want to cross, there's two spots where Archon the Cruel was, where you've already been before, and she points by Hauermann Hill, where you've already been before.
What do you guys think? Using a ferry is going to be the surest way?
To be honest, yeah, I'm with that. We got a ferry, we got souls. I'm sure they're going to ask for some soul coins. We've got some soul coins.
Yeah.
I'm down with riding a ferry.
Okay. She points the most direct route, and she points you see where those two, in the center of the river, looks like two horns coming out that are kind of curved. Yeah, she points well to the north of that, right about somewhere in there. She says there is if you go to Haramann's Hill but don't go to the north, you go to the south, you will hit a dock there. You will reach Habaruta. Habaruta for soul coins will help you cross. It should just be look for a large robed creature with a scythe.
Large what, sorry?
Habaruta.
Yeah. You said a large what with a scythe?
It looks like it's just a large robed man, kind of describes to you death. Just a large robed person with a massive scythe with a very large boat that can get you across the River Styx. She looks at you, she's very appreciative of what you've done, and just be very careful on the Styx. It's got both demons and devils.
I look at her and I was like, I know you've hung out here for a little bit. We do have friends that we are searching for while we're here. Also, you haven't seen any turtles, have you?
I have not.
The eye patch.
I have not. She's like, or you could, and she points in the far, far distance. She's like, yes, there's a bit of magic left. The Arches of Ulak. Yes. The Arches of Ulak. Great regiments of fiends used to travel into other planes to wage war through the Arches of Ulak. It does have some magics left. She points, she's like far, because in the direction that you guys are going, there's like an impending, like, it looks like there's a storm coming. She turns, she's like, there. She's like, I will depart there with you. She's like, I will depart this land at the Arches of Ulak. She's like, if you speak the name of the place you want to go, Bel's Forge, the Arches of Ulak will take you there. It's a big teleportation device. Or you could cross the sticks. She just gives you a whole bunch of options.
So how do we, like, what's it going to cost us to use that
The arches?
device? Nothing?
Nothing.
Go.
Yeah.
And it takes you where you want?
Yep.
It
used to have the power. It used to have the power to move people like into other planes. It really doesn't anymore, since she's like a battle during the Blood Wars like ruined it, and now you can kind of port around the Avernus.
Just based on what's happened to us, the things have been going a little bit awry. I always got told if something's too good to be true, it's too good to be true, and that sounds far too good to be true.
You can roll an
What
insight.
is the What is the downside of using this thing? So insight, right. 25.
Can we all travel together if we use
Yes. It used to be able to, like, whole battalions, legions, cohorts of devils used to assemble here under Bel's command before Bel was removed from, I should be using her voice, before, but then it, when Zariel came down, when, the Great Blood War was in its peak, it was destroyed. Or was
If this is so useful, and from what you're describing here, it is extremely useful, why is it not in use constantly?
Who's to say it's not? It's just it can't be used to move armies through. But
So how far away is it from this place?
she's just past the Bone Brambles from where you're at.
right next door?
When was the last time you knew it was used?
So if you don't know directly where you're going, you can end up just anywhere in the Nine Hells. But since you know where you're going, and she points at the map, she's like, it will get you there. If you don't know, you could end up being scattered. But if you all know where you're going, you can go there.
We have to have been there before.
No, we haven't been to any of these places before.
No, but I'm saying you have to have been there before and know, like...
No, you can go in and say Bel's Forge, and it'll take you there.
Okay.
I feel like it's worth a shot.
It's like it's just some level of metacognition it recognizes from your brain, like where you think you want to go, and that's just it.
You speak it.
You speak it.
You speak it when you get underneath it. She's like, it looks like two massive arches, and then smaller arches kind of on both ends of it. She describes it to you. You go in there, it starts, humming, and then it takes you.
How far out of our way, if we, obviously, because we've got the death to go across the river, is it en route-ish, or is it in completely the opposite direction?
It's a lot closer than we would have to go in order to get to cross the river.
Okay, cool. That's a win-win.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll say, Connor, go ahead and make a perception check. I know it's gonna be high, but just for the sake of Dungeons and Dragons, I suppose.
34.
What she describes, you saw from the distance of the Bone Brambles. You saw this great, like, it looks like two massive, swords crossing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I ever see?
Yeah.
Did I ever see any light around that area as if it was in use?
Yeah, no. Huh?
Did I see any light around that area like it was in use now and then, or was it just all dark when I saw
not
it?
look in use.
Okay. Well, as I said, it's a...
The functionality of what goes on the Avernus is not traveling in vacations. While Zariel's in command, everybody's fighting the Blood War. So places that aren't along the River Styx are kind of desolate. So just because, like, why isn't everybody using this? Probably when they do the, large troop movements or whatever, maybe, but it's not. It's out of the way at this time. Now that it doesn't function as an interplanar thing, it's kind of useless to them.
Oh, okay. So let's get going. To be honest, we're on a timescale. We thank the Tao, and we must be on our way. What's that?
Nothing. Okay, so you guys gonna hop back in the vehicle and move out?
Yep.
All right. Yep. So you guys get there. Time check. Oh, we're good. You guys get there. You get back in the vehicle. You speed away. The bone brambles go off to your left. And just as you skirt this large forest of like bones and stuff like that, you can see from the distance the two ornate black arches that dominate the scorched landscape for miles, each one rising 200 feet into the air, the stifling hot air. Every inch of stonework is engraved with images of devils waging wars against demons. As you get closer and closer to this thing, as you get closer, you can't really hear anything, but Valanthe, as you're on the harpoon, you hear like a light vibration, and as loud as this infernal war machine is, as you get to it, first of all, as you get in there, it starts to stall out and needs another soul coin if you've got one.
I'll put one in.
Okay. The humming of this thing is extraordinarily loud. You remember what the Tao said. If you point at the thing and say the thing, it'll take you to where you need to go.
All right, so I let everybody know, hey, War Machine doesn't sound too good right now. Anybody mechanic or want to listen to what I'm hearing?
You get the sense that it's the arches themselves start vibrating like really, really hard as you guys get in there. Yep.
Okay. Well, I let him know, hey guys, we might have a problem here, and kind of keep eyes up and out.
All right. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed. This guy has gotten us this far.
Before you close up your map, you hear only fools step through Ulak's gate. They lead to nowhere a wise person wants to go.
I think it's just saying that we're gonna have a hard time where we go, but that's gonna be a war here for us. Can we roll a perception check? Is it gonna be perception, maybe religion? What would that be?
You can. It's a map. Insight on the map because it's got a little bit of a sentient.
Ooh, teens. That would make that a 20.
And you can assist. Because you guys both kind of thinking about this. What, Lo?
Yeah. Well,
you get the Epione, he says that without any offering. So his character says, Dragunov says, like, you get the sense that the cartographer is cynical.
Okay.
Like he's just me on a normal, you know what I mean, Sunday morning. It's the map of the husband. Just like, this is gonna suck.
Sure you want to go?
Everything sucks. Yeah. I don't want to go.
I have good faith, and I have no reason not to trust.
The arch is starting to like powering up to start. You get the sense that it's getting louder and louder,
Just
higher pitch, like it's prepared to say something.
Say it.
What was it?
Oh,
Bells Bell's Forge.
You, Mirren! I'll get you, Mirren!
He's
Oh
talking
boy.
to me in my dreams.
Yeah, you hear, you're like,
Connected from a long
I feel
time
like
ago.
Mirren was just here. Yep, so you say Bell's Forge. The whole bunch of like energy like flies around you. You see what looks like the inside of like Kessel's Run as like smoke and lightning like gather around you, and you guys, the vehicle stops. A bit of smoke comes out from around it, and intense heat just hits you as boom, boom. Valanthe, you peer outside, and hang on, I got another. The map says to you, an ousted archduke sulking in a volcano, eager to reclaim his stolen throne. As you look up, miles and miles of like, what's that? Mount Mon something or other from Mars, like big ass Mon something or other. Help me NASA, help me Elon Musk.
It's Mons.
Yeah, you see this humongous volcano where the Bugalo get trapped in Futurama, but anyways, like you see, oh my god, I'm derailing. But as you look up this massive volcano, you see switchbacks in like iron and stone everywhere, and there's like citadel upon citadel. You see just swarms of like winged creatures. To your left, as you kind of peer your head out, Lantoris like taps your shoulder, Connor. You look out and you see perfect squares of legions like marching up to like in and around, like doing like battle drills, just like doing their militia Sunday
Drill weekend.
Yeah, drill weekends, doing stuff with their banners and whatnot.
Is there a band?
Oh yeah, playing Victoire Est
Marching band.
You know,
There'll be a marching band.
And from these massive gates where you dropped, there's like these two large gates. You see these two like massive longhorned devils in like plate mail, flanked in by like two columns of 5 barbed devils that you've seen before, the purple guys with the weird beards, and you see these 2 horned winged devils, kind of yellowish in skin, fly out to you guys. And that's where we'll take a 5-minute break and transition to the confrontation with Resmir and the barbarians.
Sweet. We'll be back in 5 minutes, everybody.
Yeah. Something.
They're not going to die. It's fine. They're not going to die. It's fine.
I'm gonna
Okay, so y'all dudes, the barbarians, just spoke with Olanthius. Olanthius said, go to the Arches of Ulak. You've never heard that before at this table. Go there. Say that you want to go to CottageCheese's, Lord CottageCheese's, and then you'll press. And that guy will be able to. Right? What did he say? He's like, there's a distant memory. He's just like, cottage cheese lost. Like Zariel took his hammer, right? And he's super pissed about that. He's a demon like giant. And he's imprisoned in CottageCheese's maw. And he's like, quick, hit the Arches of Olak, say CottageCheese's maw, you'll go there, bing bang, release him. He's gonna be super pissed and go immediately after Zariel. That will create a battle. That time you guys can move off to the Bleeding Citadel. Go do this thing, because I don't want you to lose sight. I want, you know what I mean? Come back to me, and then I'll tell you where the Bleeding Citadel is. You guys are like, yeah, roger that. Go down the hallways. You freed all of the souls of the Hell Riders. They're like, thank you. And then they go off to heaven. Thanks, bro. And then they leave. As you go by them, you open up the doors. The doors are still open. And you see, I'm going to drive Kluthkin. As you were outside on the ship watching, you saw these winged beasts, like, 5 o'clock high coming down, and you tell the kobolds, like, go park way over there. And you jump down, do a tumble roll, and run with your 10 hit point. Wait, you had a short rest, just so you know. Yeah. So you can power yourself up as much as you need in the meantime. And you run to go tell the boys. As you get up to your crew of guys, you're stopping them, and you point over your shoulder, and then boom, these massive like devils land behind you to square up in the OK Corral kind of mode. The doors for the Hell Rider crypt slam behind you. Clearly Olanthius doesn't want them inside there while you're doing this, so you feel the wind pull behind you as the doors shut, and then you see this dragon figure land with about 4 others off to their side. You've seen these Nikoloths before in and around the Tower of Erm. They look exactly like the ones that you've seen. And then Resmir speaks up. She's just like, so you're the Black Worm speaker. My friends have told me. And you recognize the 2 Nikoloths that basically sold you out as soon as you got to the Tower of Erm and went straight to her. She's got 2 white Abishai next to her, and she's like sitting at like 8-9 feet tall now, just massive. She got these 2 big old like scimitars in her hands, big toothy maw, and she just begins to like, we'll settle this today, Manu.
Well, that's right. After I dispatched you, there was no worm speaker, except for me. What else am I supposed to say?
Yeah, so, she spins the scimitars in her hands. She's like, dying in the service of the queen has empowered me. Now I am the master. No, like, yeah, so she begins to like, she waves her hand forward and roll for initiative, pops up on the screen in bright neon. So we'll start out with 25.
Well, if I can,
yeah.
I'd like to. Well, first off, as she starts wielding her weapons, I bring Uza out as my what's it called? It's the my packed weapon. So out of nowhere, Uza just forms. Just whoosh.
Okay.
I go like, so you.
I'm rolling for initiative in case someone wants to go crazy.
Sure.
That's all I'm saying. Like it's definitely intense, but it's still in the OK Corral. We're crotch sniffing right now. We're just sniffing crotches, Yeah. 25 to 20.
24.
damage. All right. 20 to 25. Okie
You
dokie.
did that. You already did that.
You just did that.
He said 25 to 20.
15 to 20. 15 to 20.
16.
Yeah, 18. Mir and Manu. All right, Kluthkin, what'd you get, buddy?
7.
Okay. You know, you hit the ground, you're smoked. And your back is to him because you're kind of you get the initial, hey, this is what I saw, and you point up, and then just as like you turn around and set up, boom, they all like land in formation, ready to rock. Kaigon, you get the first, you know, like as this kind of goes down, Resmir and Manu pass, you know, a couple snappy, cocky words to each other, and you kind of feel that you either have to jump on something or you two can say something. So we're going to keep this in initiative base. If you want to talk it out, you can talk it out. If you want to hold your action, but it's now or never.
I will spawn my Echo,
Gotcha.
but that's it. And I'm just going to
Okay.
stand by and kind of see how this develops.
Okay. Mirren, did you see her in Skyreach?
There you go.
Were you in Skyreach? Okay.
So being that fiends are a natural occurrence here, and we've seen them all around. But like, hey, so what you here for? I mean, we already freed all the ghosts, and you know they're good to go. You don't have to worry about that anymore.
She just looks at you, slaves for my queen. She just continues to, like, you know, slow motion move, but she hasn't